Hi.
Hi, are you sure this course is just for 2499?
Yes, and you know this is the only course with this expertise across the world.
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hello and welcome back to this amazing channel Geeks for Geeks. This is Abhinav. I'm currently working as a DSA mentor at Geeks for Geeks. And today we are back with another session of live mock DSA. So please write a +1 in the chat if I am clearly audible to you all. Just a +1 and then we will start. So yeah, great guys. So let's start. And so today we have Amit with us. Let me join. Hi Amit,
Yeah,
how are you?
yeah. Hi, I am great. How are you?
Great. Yeah, I am fine too. So, Amit, please tell us something about you to our audience.
Yeah. Hi, I am Amit, currently pursuing BTech in Computer Science and Engineering, and I am currently in my tech expertise in like Android Dev. I am currently doing in Android Dev by using Java, and
Great,
in I made various projects, and I serve in as an open source contributor, and I contribute in various open source program and participated as a project mentor and a project contributor like various open source program. And one thing is about in open source I qualified mnh fellowship round 2, not round 3 qualified, but round 2 qualified I mnh fellowship.
great,
So that's it about me.
great, Amit. So, it's amazing. You have a great experience in I think development in Android. And so,
Yeah,
can you please tell us something about your projects? Means as you told, you have something hackathons too,
yeah.
maybe, and your projects
Yeah,
and the
means I
stuff.
participated in 2 or 3 hackathons, and I have means personal level project in like track application using Firebase as a backend. I used the Firebase as a backend, and there are various API faced like GitHub provide APIs or Codeforces etc. type provide APIs and Rapid API. By using Rapid API, I use there are lots of apps, and there are Indian government provide COVID API. So by using that also I make a application, means by just entering the pin code you can search the COVID vaccine available or not. In this way you can,
Great,
that's it, the projects.
great. So the projects are amazing. So, are you still working on the projects? Any project which is live, which
And
you are still working on it?
yeah, means some of the apps are in live in Google Play Store, but now I am still practicing in DSA. Just now my main focus is on DSA,
Okay,
just
okay,
practicing.
great. So now let's come to DSA then. So great
Okay.
guys. I hope that's so. Are we good to go? I just start a plus on that if you are good to go, and then we'll start the session. So Amit, I have shared a seed with you. Please share that seed.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Great guys. So fine. Let's start with the first problem. Okay. So let me write the problem here. So is it visible whatever I'm writing?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So the problem number one uh, is this one, which is you are given an array of size n, which contains zeros, ones, and twos, and you have to solve the array in ascending order. So this is going to be your first problem. Let's take some example that you have n is equal to 5, means you have an array of size 5, and the numbers are 0, 2, 1, 2, 0. So you have to basically sort this array in ascending order, like 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, and that's all. This is what you have to do. So is the problem clear
Yeah.
to you?
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, great, great. Yeah, how we can do it?
Okay. So this is a problem like containing 0, 1 and 2, we need to sort it. So if we
Yeah.
think about the first approach, so what we can do? We can just use any sort like bubble sort, but the if you use the bubble sort, then the time complexity of the algorithm will be big of n square. Okay,
Okay.
big of n square. But by using this sort, we can do it. Bubble sort, just sort it, and we can do 0, 0, 1, 2, 2. We can get it, but
Okay.
we
Okay.
need to optimize it. So for first optimize, just we shift one, and we can think about the merged sort. We can use the merged sort. If we use the merged sort, then the time complexity will be n log n. Okay,
Okay.
so but we need to more optimize. If then more optimize, then we need to means मुझे हमें सोचना चाहिए कि बिग ऑफ एन में हम कैसे कर सकते हैं. सो
Okay.
मर्ज सॉर्ट यूज करके हम कर सकते हैं, बिग ऑफ एन लॉग एन हो सकता है. तो और एक हम प्रोसेस से कर सकते हैं कि काउंटिंग यूज करें. That question specify that this just containing 0, 1 and 2, so we can just count कितना जीरो है. सपोज यहाँ पर जीरो कितना है, 2 है. So we can just count the zeros, and we can just count the ones, and we can just count the twos. So after counting means we use the same type of counting sort. Means we just count the elements. Means so one कितने बार है, zero कितने बार है, two कितने बार है. After using this, we can use the 3 4. Means first for 0, then for 1, and then 2. So we can get the answer easily that 0 run for 2 times, and then 1, then 2. So we can get the answer. But there is another approach we can do it by using. There is a famous algorithm like Dutch
So,
national flag.
with
So, okay.
what was the space and time complexity for this one, which you have just told?
Yeah, in counting sort, we can do it by using means we are just counting means what is the number of zeros and number of ones. That's the just big of n. We can means time complexity will be big of n, but we are using some space like we are using sort store the elements in the anything. So and after that we use the 3 4, but for that 3 4 the time complexity will be big of n.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So, you were talking about some another approach, no? Which
Yeah.
was it?
So after that, we can think about like there is a means famous approach we can do it by Dutch national flag. Means that approach say that we can use the three variables. One is low, another is mid, and another is high. What they said कि 0 to low, अगर हम एक थ्री पॉइंटर मीन्स पॉइंटर हम जैसे टू पॉइंटर अप्रोच करते हैं, तो ऐसे हम थ्री पॉइंटर अप्रोच यहाँ पर थ्री पॉइंटर टाइप का रन कर रहे हैं कि थ्री वेरिएबल हम करेंगे इस एरे में. 0 टू जो लो होगा वो पॉइंट करेगा हमें जीरो को, और लो टू जो मिड होगा, 0 टू जो लो होगा, लो टू मिड जो है मीन्स लो टू सॉरी 0 टू लो, हाँ जीरो पॉइंट करेगा. फिर लो टू हाई जो होगा वो हमारा वन को पॉइंट करेगा. एंड हाई टू द एंड ऑफ द एरे इज लाइक मीन्स n minus 1 just pointing to. So that's the means my approach. We can do it by using that. So how we can proceed further means the array is 0 to 1 to 0, 0 to 1 to 0. So at first we need to initialize the three variable like low, mid, and high. So we can initialize the low by using 0, and just initialize the mid by using 0, and just initialize the high as the size of the array minus 1, means just pointing to the end element. That's it, n minus 1. So after initialization, we can proceed further that we can create a loop that while means we just given a condition. हम ये ऑपरेशन कब तक करेंगे, जब तक हमारा जो ये लो है एट फर्स्ट लो पॉइंटिंग हेयर एंड मिड पॉइंटिंग हेयर एंड हाई पॉइंटिंग हेयर. सो वी आर जस्ट ट्रेवल्स हेयर जब तक हमारा मिड और हाई क्रॉस ना हो जाए. मीन्स मिड हमारा हाई को क्रॉस ना कर जाए, तब तक हम ये इटरेट करते रहेंगे, इस एरे के अंदर हम इटरेशन करते रहेंगे. So for that we need to write this condition. Okay,
Hmm.
so for that we need to write the condition that if means mid greater than high, mid is less than high, then we are just comparing the elements that if the elements means if the array is ARR, just representing that. If the array of low means suppose my low is here and my mid is here. If the array low, okay, if the array mid, if the array mid means suppose my mid is pointing here and my low is pointing here, what we say, 0 to low, everything will be 0. So my low is pointing here and my mid is pointing here. So my if my mid is 0, if my mid is 0, so हम क्या कर सकते हैं, जो एरे लो है उसको हम एक पोजीशन आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं, और मीट के साथ हम जो एरे लो है उसको हम जस्ट ट्रांसपोज करेंगे, मीन्स और एरे मिड और लो को जस्ट चेंज करेंगे. So here we can use the in temp variable, then array of mid, just write it, and in array mid we can assign the array low, and after array low we can assign the array low into temp. So after that we can just write, we, after that we can just write the, we increase the low pointer just here. So that's the zero check means however the low point and mid point the zero check is done, and after the 0 point we just need to check about the high, means where is the high is pointing right now. So now we are checking if mid means if mid is now pointing to the 2, so we need to exchange the 2 and the high, where is high the pointing, high variable is pointing. So if array mid अगर 2 है, so we can just shift with the same thing with temp array mid, and in the array mid we can assign the high, and in the high we can assign the temp. So after that just decrease the high, sorry that's not the after that we just decrease the
It's fine.
high.
I'm getting it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. After that, we can decrease the I. If there is another condition, means if the mid element just pointing 0, means here suppose the mid is here and pointing 0. So we need to we need to transfer the 0 to here and just increase the low. And if the mid element just hit the 2, then shift to the end. And if the element just pointing to the 1, if 1, then just increase the mid. So I think that's the approach.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. 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 Uh, I
Yeah,
think here you have to. Here you are taking a low, and you are
yeah,
checking with the mid. So mid is in initially mid is 0, no?
yeah. Mid is 0.
Okay. So you are just going on with the mid, and low will be as it is at 0. And when mid is at 0, fine. Acha, so let's say कि when we got 0 at the mid, so you have swapped that value with the low. Got it?
Yeah, yeah.
And when you have got 2 at the mid, you have swapped that value with the high.
High.
And after that, you are decreasing the mid. Okay. Okay. Great. Fine. Seems good. It seems good. So, what is the time complexity of this particular approach? Time and space complexity?
So If talk about the space complexity, it is constant space, just using the constant space. And if I talk about the time complexity, then the time complexity of this algorithm means we are just traversing from mid zero to and just. So I think the time complexity should be log n.
Login.
Yeah, just give me 1 minute. It means if I am traversing from the mid, that's I think n means linear time complexity.
Okay. Yeah, seems good. Okay. Yeah, seems good. Can you just make a dry run on it, just for the sample case, a simple dry run?
Yeah, means okay,
Let me give you a sample test case. Let's say your
okay,
case is very simple. It's just 2110. Okay, let's make a dry run on it. Okay,
okay,
let's do it like this. Fine.
okay. So if I write about the index means that 0, 1, 2,
And please zoom
3.
the sheet for our viewers now. So that it,
Okay, so that's the element 21101, and I am writing the here the index 01234. So at first we talk about the low is pointing to the 0 and high is pointing to the n minus 1 means here is the n represent the 1 2 3 4 5. So the high is pointing to the 4 and the mid is pointing to the 0 also. So at first what we compare that if array meet 0, but here array mid not 0. So then after that we compare that array mid 2. Yeah, array mid 2. So what we can do right now, just compare if array mid 2, then just swap array high and array mid. So now mid is pointing to the 0 index and high is pointing to the 4th index. So what now we can swap the array high and array mid. So just swap it 1 1 1 0 2. Okay, so
okay,
now just right now the condition is, but now low is 0. And if I talking about high after the swapping we decrease the high. So now high is pointing to the 3 and now mid is pointing to the 1. No, sorry, mid is pointing to the 0 right now. We don't shift the mid. So okay, after
okay,
that mid is pointing to the 0. Yeah, so now mid is here. Now we just compare that if mid, okay, mid 0. Okay, I think there is a mistake means here after the increasing, if high means after decreasing high we need to increase the mid, right?
yeah. That is what I was just checking. That is why I told you to.
Yeah, means after decreasing the high we need to increase the mid also. So now mid is 1. So now we are comparing mid and low. So now mid is the now, yeah, now we are considering mid is here means index 1 and low is here. So if mid means that's the compare that if array mid 0, array mid means that's the comparing here. Array mid 0 not array mid 2 not means that's the mid again increase the mid. So just increase the mid here and array as it is. So just mid 2 and after that mid is pointing right now here. But again the array not change as it is 0 2. Now mid is 3. So okay, now mid is pointing to the here 0 position. but high is pointing to the here. So where we write the condition mid greater means mid less than high, so we just need to mid less than equal to high. So after that, right now high is pointing to 3 and mid is pointing to 3, and then we need to compare this, that if mid and low, if mid is 0, then we just need to swap the low and mid. So if we swap the index 3 and index 0, then we can write about the 0 1 1 1 and 2. Now mid equals to 4. No, there is no increase in the mid, so that's the increase of low. So that's the mid 3, but low bar 1. So after that, right now we are checking about mid 3. Yeah, mid 3, but mid 3 barabar 1. So we just need to increase the mid. So just increase the mid, and whenever we increase the mid 4, but the high is now right now pointing to the 3. So the condition not satisfy. So just break the for while loop, and we get the sorted for.
Okay, yeah. I think we've got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Fine. Seems good. Seems good. Let's now move towards the next problem. So yeah, this was fine. Uh, Let me just add the next problem on the sheet. Okay. The the problem is really simple. The problem is that you have to detect a loop in a linked list. The problem statement is simple actually, that you have to detect a loop in a linked list. Are you getting the point where I'm
Mm,
writing?
yeah, got it.
Yeah. This
Detect.
is what we have to do. Let's take example. Let's take example.
Yeah.
Let me say the problem statement to you. That will be more okay. Here's the problem statement I have given. Just scroll down to the next page. Yeah, here
Okay,
is it.
got it. During this, the task is to the task is to this content self-made input and three. Expansion of this
Basically,
is connected
there's a self loop in the
through
linked list. Let me add a image for your better understanding. Okay.
in the yeah.
Here you can see I have added a image too. So
Mm, yeah,
you can
detect.
you can see that there's a loop in the linked list. Means there's a
Got it.
after one, two, three, four, five. Five is again
Three, four,
join those
five.
two.
Again, two each. Yeah.
We have to just detect that whether there's a loop or not
Okay.
in the linked list.
So, in the first, okay, got it. Yeah. So at first means there we are given to the head, means head is pointing to the hair. Just we
Yeah.
need to detect means
Let me also share the problem statement to you. That's
yeah,
completely fine if you will write the pseudocode there
yeah.
because
So first approach I'm thinking right now. Yeah, practice. Okay.
You can
At
open
first
that.
write the pseudocode here. At first write pseudocode here or just go to
Sure.
the code. Yeah.
Whatever you want. If you
So
want me to first explain the logic, you can.
yeah, we can both do, no problem. So
Yeah.
at first, if I talk about the approach, means first approach in my mind, that's we can use here the hash map. Means what the hash map property says. Means we can use here. It means I am coding right now in CPP, so we can use the map or unordered map. So what is the map or unordered map? Means concept says that there is a key or value pair, or we can use the set also, that's not better. But we can use the hash map here, and we can store the node. Means whatever the linked list node we can store in the key portion. So in the what is the property of hash map said that hash map said that the key can be one only at once time. Means कोई भी एक अगर की हो तो वो बस एक बार ही आ सकता है, और दोबारा ये की सेम की स्टोर नहीं हो सकता, उसके अंदर वैल्यू तुम अपडेट करा सकते हो। तो ये अगर हैश में प्रॉपर्टी करता है तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, तो मुझे अगर हेड दे रखा है यहाँ पर वन पे, तो मैं हेड से ट्रैवर्स करना स्टार्ट करूँगा। और जब मैं ट्रैवर्स करूँगा हेड से, तो मैं ये जो नोड है इसको मैं मैप के अंदर स्टोर रखूँगा। जब मैं इसको मैप के अंदर स्टोर रखूँगा, लाइक इस नोड को मैं मैप के अंदर स्टोर रखूँगा, इस नोड को भी मैं मैप के अंदर स्टोर रखूँगा। फिर मैं कब तक ये इटरेशन करते रहूँगा, या तो जब तक कहीं पर भी मीन्स की जो है वो दोबारा आ जाए, मीन्स हमारा लूप डिटेक्ट हो गया, की दोबारा आ जाए, या अगर ये साइकिल ना रहे तो एक एंड होगा। तो या हम वी कैन हिट द हेड बराबर नल। अगर हम एम्प्टी नल पे हम हिट करें तो वी कैन जस्ट ब्रेक द लूप एंड जस्ट गिव बाहर आ जाओ, एंड उसके बाद हम उसको फॉल्स रिटर्न कर देंगे कि ये नहीं है। अगर हम कहीं पर भी दोबारा हिट करें सो वी कैन जस्ट से कि हाँ ये लूप है and return the true. So if I talk about the pseudocode about this, so we are given just suppose we are writing list node head, we are given the head. So what we can do, while head not equal to none, means we are writing that we are iterating the linked list through over this. Means we just iterate, and up to now the head pointing to the null, so we just iterate. And here we can use one map, unordered map. We can use the unordered map for the less time complexity, and in the just store that. And after entering the one loop, we just store the map of head. Means we just store the node in the map, and after store the map, just increase the head and point to the next pointer. So how we can point, we can point to the means head to next. And after that, okay, at first we need to check, okay, we can do this. But at first when enter in the loop first time, we need to check means in the same node, the if there is any node pre-exist or not. If pre-exist, then we can say if there is a loop and just return true. And if there is no existence of that the node, then just go ahead. So at first when you enter the one loop, just check if the node is exist or not. So for checking the node exist in the unordered map, we can just use the if map dot count, if map dot count head greater than 0. Means what we can say, the head means this node exist already exist. So what we can say that the this is the true case, means there is a cycle, and if it exists just return true. If not exist, then just go ahead, you just store this node into the map, and after storing the head means this node into the map, just increase the head to the next pointer. So that's the, and after when the loop ends, just here return the false. So that's the basic
Okay.
means approach. We can now code it in the Geeks for Geeks. So there is a question that we need to iterate through the loop. So here we can detect the unordered map. Okay, who got it? On order map, and in the map we can store the as a key as a node, means we can store the node as a key and just integer, and just write the map variable right now. And after that what we can do, we can just iterate through the while head not equal to none. And after that we can do right now, just if check map dot count head greater than 0, then we just return true, or just simply go ahead and store the head in the map dot count head greater than 0, then just return true, and just store the head into the map and just increase the head to the next pointer, just this. And after that we can just return false. Hope you got it. So if we compile and run, then yeah, output true, then we need to just submit. Yeah, got it. Hi, hope you got it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So, is there any other approach for solving this problem without using any hash map? Means if we have to do it in. By the way, first of all, tell me the complexity analysis for this particular.
The time complexity of that, the big O n, the time
And the
complexity
space
of,
complex.
if I talk big O n, and and the if we talk about the space complexity, we are using a map and just iterate. If there is nothing loop, then we just store the everything means on node, so we can tell the space complexity also big O n, just store the on node if there in the worst case scenario, if there is no node, no cycle present in this.
Is there any other approach how we can solve this particular problem?
Means if we talk about the another approach, then there is we can use the tortoise method, like slow fast pointer approach, we can do it,
Okay. Can you just
right?
please give me some basic pseudocode or the explanation for it? How we can use the tortoise method?
Yeah, means for tortoise method, just go here. For tortoise method, what we can do, we just need to define the two pointer, like slow pointer and fast pointer, that pointing to the first node here. Suppose the means two pointer just pointing to the here, and what we can do that the first pointer moves two step in one iteration, and the slow pointer moves one step in one iteration. So if right now the slow and first pointer is here, then in the next iteration first pointer move here, and in the slow pointer move here, and in the so this process we can do जब तक हम प्रोसेस कब तक करते रहेंगे जब तक स्लो एंड फास्ट पॉइंटर मीट ना कर जाए. सो ये प्रोसेस हम तब तक करते रहेंगे कि जब तक स्लो एंड फास्ट पॉइंटर एक जगह मीट ना कर जाए. सो अगर ये मीट ना करे, जैसे कि फॉर दैट वी कैन ऑल्सो चेक दी हेड बराबर नन, मीन्स अगर देयर इज नथिंग साइकिल, देन वी कैन डू दिस, जस्ट वो इंक्रीज कर रहा है और जब तक हेड नन ना हो जाए तब तक हम प्रोसेस करते रहेंगे. अगर यहाँ पर कोई लूप रहे तो हम हेड जो फर्स्ट पॉइंटर है उसको हम 2 स्टेप आगे बढ़ाएंगे और स्लो पॉइंटर को हम 1 स्टेप आगे बढ़ाएंगे. फिर ऐसे इस प्रोसेस को हम करते रहेंगे जब तक ये दोनों जगह मीट ना हो जाए.
Okay,
अगर ये
okay.
दोनों जगह, तो तब तक हम मीन्स वी कैन नाउ गेट इट कि ये हो चुका है, मीन्स देयर इज ए लूप इन दैट.
Yeah. You just write a quick pseudocode for it and then we can compile it too.
Yeah, if I write about the pseudocode of this, means just take the, okay, then just check. Means why we write the condition means first to next. We why we not check the first not equal to none. We just write first to next not equal to none because the first is moving two step ahead. So if I want to access the first to next, so if there is a null means if first is pointing to the end node, then we just write to means we just access want to access the first to next, that is impossible. So at first we need to check the condition if there is first to next none, and also we can check the first not equals to none. So just we can now means safely increment the first variable for two times, because if we not write the this condition first to next none, then this is not possible. There we can show a error. So just we assign the first move ahead first to next, and just move the slow pointer like one step, and if anytime they collide means they just exist in somehow. If first slow, then return true, or just we can return is the right pseudocode. Means in this way you can approach.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it seems fine to me. Just quickly write the code in that problem portal too, and
Okay.
yeah. And can you please just give me some? I'm not wanting a code from you. Just some hint from you that how we can also remove it. This is what we have done for detect a loop in a linked list. How we can remove it too? I mean, just a basic. We can say. I just want a explanation from you, not
Yeah.
the pseudocode or nothing.
So when we check about the means just remove the loop, right?
Yeah, means we were checking just like if you will open diagram, you can see that there's a loop like one to two, then three, then four, then five. Then five is again pointing
Four to
towards two.
five, two.
So
Yeah.
the yes, that link between five and two is creating the loop. If you will see. So how can we
If we
remove this
cross
loop?
means remove. Yeah.
Yeah. So how is it possible?
So if I think means just need to remove this. So first, yeah, slow, slow, first, slow, first, slow, slow. If we move this into step, then slow is here, first is here, first is here, slow is here, first is here, slow is here, slow is here. Yeah, means just we move the fast pointer in two step and slow pointer in one step. If we talk about this, then my pointer is pointing to at first here in one. Then we move the slow pointer by one step. Means right now my slow pointer is here and my fast pointer is three. So in the next step, my slow pointer is in three and my fast pointer is in five. In the next step, my slow pointer is in 4 and my fast pointer is in 3. And in the next step, what is my slow pointer is pointing 5 and my fast pointer is pointing to the 5. Means here we can say we just hit a cycle. So if we set the 5 to next null void, then we can just remove the loop. So if we hit here, just go to the code. If we hit the means first slow, then we can simply return true and just set to first to next. none, right?
Okay. Uh, yeah, actually, let me first clear a doubt of the viewers also. The time complexity of this tortoise is order of n because we are iterating, and the space complexity is order of 1 because we are not taking any extra space. So that's the thing.
Yeah,
Okay, don't be confused. Okay,
yeah,
yeah. Okay. Actually, Amit, the first approach which you have told of hashing was actually seems good, and that tortoise approach also seems good. But yeah, the next approach called removing a link a loop in linked list is something which is not correct because this is not always possible that your fast and slow pointer will be on the last node only. In this case, it is fine that the fast and slow are meeting at the last node. You can say 5. But maybe if there
yeah.
is one more node, there are 6 nodes, then they will not meet at the same point. So for that, we have to write another approach to basically move that pointer to the last node. So that's another thing. But yeah, that seems good. Whatever you have written, that was approach. That's completely fine. What I was expecting, and that the means the problem which was detect loop and linked list is completely fine. So now you can
Okay,
switch. You can move to that StreamYard. Don't unshare. Just
okay,
make StreamYard now. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, great. So now it's the time for the feedback. So how was your experience, first of all?
Yeah, it's great. Means it's the first time experience, so it was a great session.
Okay, okay, okay. Great, great, great. So, just a minute. Let me add a feedback for you. Yeah, can you again, but in the approach, we might transfer the more than one time. Yeah, maybe you are traversing more than one time, but that will be constant only. That will be order of n only. It will be at max 2 times, not more than that. Okay. Uh, Amit, can you please again open that seat? Yeah, can you
Yeah,
please scroll down? Yeah, here is it. So that's the feedback from my side. First of all, your coding skills. The coding, the first problem, you just got in a quick way. So I can give you 8 or 8.5 between that for the coding. In the second problem also, you got the both the approaches of the tortoise approach and the hatching approach. But yeah, for removing the linked list, it was quite, it was actually wrong. Means it is not always possible that the fast sensor will be at the last. But yeah, for so the problem was the critical linked list, and you got it really well. So basically, both the problems. The first was the sort arrays of 0, 1. You have got the most efficient solution for it, which is the 3-pointer solution. So that was amazing. And for the second also, the most efficient solution was two pointers, which was fast and slow pointer, and that was also what with that you have got. Okay. After that, for the implementation skills, 9 out of 10 means the implementations were really good for all the two problems. For the both the problem, you have really implemented it nicely. Means taken the you have not taken any extra unwanted variables. You have not taken any extra space. You have just taken what we want. You have not taken an extra uh, loop or anything. So the implementation was overall really good. And if you talk about the communication skills, I can say that yeah, communication skills are really good. Means for each and every line you were writing, you were explaining that to me, and there was a continuous conversation between us. Means basically you are telling something to me, and then I was getting it. That was really nice. Means how you were just interacting with me. It's fine that in between you were just sometimes Hindi and English. So just try to be in a same language flow. Okay. But
Okay,
that
okay.
was amazing. Means how you are just the plus point was that you are explaining each and every line that you are writing. That was something which was good, and that you have to you can continue that thing in your real interviews too. Whenever you even your real interview, because that communication plays a very important role. Sometimes when even you are not getting the approach, sometimes when you are not getting the solution of the problem, but if you are communicating with the interviewer correctly, if you are in a conversation, maybe interviewer will give you a hint, maybe he or she will understand you in a good way. But if you are not even basically talking with, interacting with him, so it will be a bad impact. Okay, so that will be the thing. And overall, it was good. It was 8.5, and it was a nice experience for me also. For the first problem, by
Okay.
the way, it was really means you have got all the three approaches in a good way, like the sorting with order of n squared and sorting with n log n. After that, the counting sort, and after that, that three pointers approach. They all were really nice, and so that's all from my side. So,
Okay.
how was your
Thank
experience?
you
Any
for.
any feedback for me?
Yeah, you are means just great for means just while we can stuck here, you can just approach me means you just help me. So it's a
Sure, sure.
means isn't a great experience for that. Yeah, got it.
Great, great, Amit. So, hope guys, this particular session was also helpful for you guys. So, if you also want to be a part of these live mock interviews, you can fill the form in the description. Also, you can share your interview experience with us, and for that too, you can fill the form in the description. Thank you guys. Thank you very much for joining this particular live. Thank you, Amit. Thank you for joining us, and it was a
Thank
great
you.
experience. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Bye
Good.
bye. And happy coding. Have a nice day. जीएफजी कर लो हो जाएगा